And we're live on a thirsty Thursday. Drink from the living water, so says he. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, and messenger of God here on a Thursday. Happy Jupiter. Should be, but something's going on with me. Ew, what's going on? I don't know. In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch... I don't know what I posted in my community page right now. And I did a video last night, so probably that. Because I'm like, what happened, dude? I don't know. There's a darkness definitely inside, but I'm not feeling dark. And every time I try to go to do something, it's a no. It's a no. What do you mean? I don't know. Every freaking idea I've had this morning to get up and go, it's a no. It's a no. So, like, I literally got in my car and I'm like, all right, I'm going to Denver. I got to take care of a couple things. I'm not in Denver. I'm in the South Side. And my daughter's like, cool. And then, like, all of a sudden, my Holy Spirit was like, because I was going to get some weed and take care of some other things. I ain't got no weed. And this Holy Spirit's like, there's a dispensary, like, 2 exits away. So I end up over there. And then I was like, and then my spirit was like, as soon as I got my weed, I was like, I came right back. I was like, what the fuck? And then I got here and I was like, what am I supposed to be doing? Because I have a lot to do. I need to get my car took in. The lift car needs to be took in. And then I'm trying to work out some shit with my other car, get it done. But I got to have a car to make this happen. I saw the Lovers in the Tower card. So I really don't know. Every time I try to get up and go, it's a no. And I'm like, all right, enough. I've got to know what's going on. I also know that there's a dark side in me. I felt it as soon as I came down in the morning. As soon as I approached people, I was dark to them. And then, like, right now, this person asked me, they said please like 3 times. And there was no reason for me to say no. And I had to wait till they walked away to be like, just give him one. He asked me for a cigarette. And he said please like 3 times. And there was no reason I should have said no. I'm not broke or anything. I was just being a bitch, I guess. And it was at that moment I was like, something's going on here. Let me check out. Like, God don't want me to go nowhere. I really want to go and do a bunch of things, but I have all this, that go is called drive, right? It's fire. It doesn't, you got to figure out where that fire is coming from and where to put it. So naturally, you want to put it into use. You want to be productive. But we're not really sure where this is coming from. So I'm trying to put it all together, and I don't have any answers. And that goes back to my video yesterday as we go through our feelings to try to figure out what the fuck is going on. Why am I bothered? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I got plenty, I'm dressed for success. I got a full face of makeup on. I'm ready to go, bro. What's the problem? And I don't know what it is. So we're going to ask God, why won't he let me go? Because I'm not ready. Because she's not ready, is what he says. I mean, in essence, I have no desire to do anything. But I have all this fire inside of me to do all kinds of shit. Do you know what that feels like? I guess they call that anxiety or something. But I don't know. What is it, God? Ugh, heartbreak. Dude, are we about to fucking cry? What the fuck, bitch? What the fuck, bitch? Sorry. It's a Thursday, bro. What the fuck, bitch? This is what I mean. You would have had to catch that video last night. You go looking for trouble. You're gonna find trouble. So what's wrong with me? I don't know. My heart. That's what that is. That's a heartbreak. Heartbreak. I don't have my fucking book. Hold on a second. Damn, bitch. I'm heartbroken? Why am I heartbroken? Why are we heartbroken? See what I mean? You don't even know what's wrong with us until they start asking and start throwing shit at you. What do you see in this picture? I see that you're gonna make me cry if I go any further with this bullshit. Meaning, did you know that you're heartbroken? I didn't know. Do you feel heartbroken? Maybe I do. I don't know. I don't know how I feel until we find it. Because you're like, how's she feeling? I don't know. Let's fucking ask the cards. Shit. This is some bullshit. This is a sad ass fucking card. This is a sad ass fucking card. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the only, like, shh. I don't want to talk about it. It's a sad ass card. Guess we're going to talk about it. What is it? We're in the swords. Why am I over here? I'm in cups. This is sad. Where's sorrow? 3 of Swords is sorrow. It's sadness. What are we going through? Well, Let's read the lighter aspect, because I realized that this card actually has a lighter aspect to it that comes with the oracle. Let's read this one first. Like, maybe it'll make us feel better before we feel worse. I saw the tower. That's what I said before I pulled this card. I said I saw the tower and the Lover's card. Okay, what happened before that? Magnetize yourself. I was gonna speak on it, but I was like, ugh, you fucking idiots. She shared a video about twin flame. What happens when the masculine breaks the twin flame contract? And I was looking at it, and I got all this, conversation that happened. It's like, who said that? Who said what the contract was supposed to look like? What happens when they walk away from you? You have to stand in your masculinity. You have to stand in your masculinity. It hurts your femininity when they walk away, but it makes you, you know what I mean? Like, I have too many twin flames, bro, for this to even, for me to even buy into the bullshit she's saying. What is a twin flame? They don't know. They have this imaginary idea that this is another part of them that they can't live without. And that this person is going to make their life better, and they have to be, you know what I mean? They have to be with this person, and nobody else in the world matters but this person. Bro, I never had it like that. And I came into this shit fully crazy, bro. You guys are delusional. That's not what that is. So I'm trying to put all this together. Where are the pieces? I'm looking for the synchronicities that this is going to bring up. I can't say shit about Bobby. How could he have been any of that? And that's where we go back to the very beginning. When you've really done your work, and you can go back to the beginning and look through all pieces of this and not fucking get upset and know that this was made to be this way. You know what I mean? Like, all those years ago, he was a baby and I was sick. You know what I mean? And then going back, both of us are just going through midlife waking crises. Neither one of us. And that goes back to Russ. Like, Russ, I love Russ to death. Russ is responsible for nearly, I would say, 85% of my healing. But I couldn't have healed with him. And, you know what I mean? As far as that, each of them, it's like, I guess this is going to bring up what happened on Saturday. They're showing me Saturday, too. You get a little your heart gets a little hardened to the situation when you know it like I know it. It's just a healing experience that brings you closer to, yes, a person, but the person is yourself. And the more you love yourself, the more you love this person, and this person loves you. They don't understand any of that shit. All of that fighting with Russ, it was my ego versus his ego. And it never lasted. Dude, we went to magical wars. I'm the most powerful fucking magician that ever was. And he went to the most powerful practitioners that ever were. We did everything to destroy this. You can't break this. And in essence, you would say that we broke the contract, but as I sat in spiritual court forever begging for freedom out of these contracts, there was nothing broken. I just didn't like what was happening. It wasn't what they said it was going to be, and I expected more. You know what I mean? I did everything to stop loving him. And the more he pissed me off, God said love him more. What was he pissing off? What was he doing? He was just rubbing me the wrong way. Everything he did irritated my ego. It's like, you're pushing me to the brinks. And that's exactly what would happen. And he'd push his ego on me, and I'd push my ego on him, and we had ego battles. You know what I mean? Until both of our egos broke, and we're just like, I fucking love you. Fuck it. I fucking love you. That's just really where it is. It's just like, at what point are you just going to accept, I can't fight you. I can't fight this fucking feeling. There's nothing really happening. I don't even know what we're fighting about. I'm fighting not to love you. But I've loved you this whole time. Even though I didn't want to. And that's what it is. It's like, you learn to love yourself. Because ultimately, it takes every bit of patience. You know, he would give me all this shit. And I would alchemize it. But it wasn't like it was just an initiation or initiator, a catalyst. Meaning, you're bothering me, but I'm already bothered, and you're bringing up all the bothersome things about me. And so your little pulling on my hair is actually helping me shave my head. Is what it means, kind of. In the essence, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. His mild attacks allowed me to go deep, deep within myself and heal myself to where your words and actions aren't really powerful at all. And people like you will never have, that use these words and actions will never bother me again. But yes, it used to bother me. And that's where it is. It's like, how are you, what was the contract? I'm going to fucking make you heal yourself. By what? This. What do you think they do with me all the time? One of them, they're coming, they always do. It's like, you fucking irritate me only so I have to realize why I'm such an irritating bitch and fix it. And then, oh, thanks for bothering me. I love you. You're not really that bothersome. Anyway, so, Three of Cups. No, Three of Swords. Why am I on Three of Cups? I keep going to the Three of Cups. Let's just read it. Friendship, support, and happiness. Connect with your friends and support system. Lean into your relationships and celebrate each other. Meeting new friends. I don't know. I feel in hermit mode, so that would be solidarity, FOMO, and growing apart. I feel it. I feel like I need to remove I am removed, and that was like probably, this is a forced inclusion. They're really holding me back from something. Maybe from myself or from you. Who knows? But anyways, let's get to this card. I pulled it twice. I looked at it twice in 2 different books, so I was like, might as well just read it. Alright, sorrow, heartbreak, separation. Intense emotions of hurt or loss, often inflicted by others' words or actions. See, that's what I mean. This has got to be old because ain't nobody saying shit to me. Nobody did shit. And that's where you're like, think? What's bothering? I don't know. Allow yourself to feel emotions that you can heal. This too shall pass. Be gentle with yourself. Explore forgiveness. Reverse possibility is the same. Healing and mastering emotions. Wow. I'm trying to look at him. I'm like, am I bothered with Bobby? I spoke to him. I gave him a message. I'm accepting about whatever the fuck this is. I just don't, as much as I don't want to be part of it, I can't be pulled apart from it. So I just, stay as far as I can until it has to be, a problem. And it's not really a problem. Who else am I bothered with? I don't know. Russ ain't bothering me. He ain't saying shit. Don't say shit, nigga. Mute that, nigga. Ellie, no. I mean, I didn't like what he said because it says that it would break your soul, but that's not what happens. That's not what happens when you have to let someone go. You have to find that drive inside of you to keep going. And in the art of detachment, and as far as I am in the mastery of it, is like, it hurts like hell to let things go. But that's where you have to dig deep inside of you and find that faith and hope for something better. You can't do it if you don't believe in it. That's what I posted earlier. That's what we posted. Peter failed to walk on water because he didn't trust that God would guide him. It's so simplistic, bro. You could read it over and over and over. But you can go to Paul, and Paul never feared. Paul never feared, even in the dungeons, even locked up. He never feared. He knew God was there with him. Always. Never apart, but inside. Not outside, but with him at all times. He brought me here. That goes back to DMX. Why the fuck are you in jail? Well, if I had to say it, why am I here? God put me here so I could tell someone that Jesus loves them. Right? Peter, in that moment of fear, he didn't know where God was. He was looking for God, and that's why he fell into the water. God is a voice inside of you, dude, that tells you to keep going and tries very kindly to explain why you're going through such hardships. But he has a plan. And nobody that ever met God didn't go through some hardships. And that's what the story was about. But then you think about Paul, when his ship was, when he sailed his ship and hit the freaking, you know what I mean? He crashed his ship. And then that's where Russ comes in. It's like it's all waves. How are you riding the waves? That was the song that brought me and Russ together, was Waves. So maybe it's some Russ bus shit. I mean, maybe we're moving on. I don't really know if I don't have the memories to understand why I was so upset. It's in those videos, and yeah, maybe if we go back, it's gonna, it's gonna spark it, and that'll be another level of evolution where you see me watching me and learning from me. I do a lot of that. I saw a vision. Okay, hold on. Who was it? Oh, fuck. I think it was Bobby. I saw a vision last night before I went to bed. Give me a second. I think it was him, but I'm not 100% sure, so you could put your face there if you want to. It doesn't really matter. I'm laying on his chest, and I can sense he's just thinking and thinking and thinking. And I tell him, pour out your thoughts. Everything that you're thinking, just talk. Just talk about all of it. And he starts rattling, and I record it on my phone. I'm recording it. I just record it. And then the next day I give it to him. I said, look at yourself. Learn from yourself like I do. And I just gave it to him. And that was it. I learn a lot from myself. You can ask the kids. After I'm done, I usually go somewhere and I turn these videos on and I learn from myself. I hear what the Holy Spirit was trying to tell me. I hear myself. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on here. And, you know, it's going back to know thyself. Where's this all together? I don't know. I'm trying to dig up some heartbreak here, bro. There's plenty of it. I don't know. But we're looking for stuff that's unhealed. Apparently, there's something unhealed that's bothering me that I need to sit, that God has sat me with. And we haven't found it just yet. So I'm looking for all the synchronicities that, what is this bringing into it? Separation. I mean, I don't know. I've always been separate from Bobby, so it's not like we're always in separation. It's in contact that's awkward. It's like I'm used to separation. I've lived in isolation. That's why it's like I feel at home by myself. Even so much that I felt like I was gonna, just take care of the kids and go somewhere with yourself. I gotta take myself away. Something's wrong with myself. I needed to care for myself. Is what I felt earlier, but I didn't know what to do. I saw red rocks for a second, but it didn't really stick. I didn't get the urge. I don't know. Let's read this card and find out a little bit more about what might be going on page 22. The fool finds himself caught in a stormy sea with no safe harbor. Here we go with the oceans. Here he beholds a scene of great suffering with a heart at the seat of a human emotion, pierced by 3 swords, demonstrating the ability of thought to hurt. And that's what I said, your thoughts hurt you. How you think hurts you. You can reprogram your thoughts and it doesn't hurt anymore. But it's your thoughts. And that's it. It's like, I don't know what I'm thinking. And it's not, I'm not thinking of anything. There's a memory that I don't know. Or something. Let's see. Who has done this terrible thing, he cries. I have done this. A shadowy figure answers above him at the howling wind. I am Set. Oh, we read about Osiris yesterday. The god of storm, darkness, and chaos. There is a heart. This is the heart of my brother Osiris. He ruled Egypt, and they called him wise and just, a great king and bringer of civilization. I was jealous, so I invited Osiris to a feast and trapped him in a coffin, before chopping him up to 14 pieces and throwing him into the Nile. I thought I had won, but his wife Isis, and that's it again, they brought me up multiple times in this, searched out all his parts by using magic, reassembled his corpse. Hovering above it in a form of a falcon, she conceived her son Horus. Naturally, when Horus grew up, he came after me, and we fought battle after battle before he eventually claimed his father's throne. So I didn't get too far after all. So are you a god or of evil? No, I'm the chaotic element within nature that brings change, since without change there's no progress. It was my act that allowed Osiris to conquer death and become the god of resurrection, who brings the gift of life after death to mankind. Out of the darkness, sometimes something transcendent may arise, and this is my gift. And that's what I said is, you know what I mean? If he didn't kill him, and I didn't raise him, then he wouldn't have been the god that he was. He was just a noble leader. But it was through his trials and tribulations and through, you know what I mean, through the use of his own brother, you know what I mean, that the hatred of his own brother that brought him to his success. I'm seeing Marshall and Irv Gotti. What's that about? Don't care. Upright meaning. Your world has suddenly been turned upside down. You have metaphorically been stabbed through the heart. betrayed by a lover, friend, or business partner. This leaves you shocked, devastated, and in a world of pain. Don't despair. Things couldn't go on forever as they were. This ending is necessary in order for you to move forward. Is there something going on with my twins and I'm catching your energy? It happens. That's what I do. If they've got so much in them that they can't handle, it gets flushed to me. Why? Because they're in my energy, and that's mine. Pain is my is my energy. Is this you guys? I mean, perhaps I'm betrayed all the time. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bro. People are always stabbing me in the back, bro. They're always cutting me into pieces, chopping up my name, lying and stealing and killing and cheating, bro. So, in essence, it's like, yeah, this definitely could be me, but ask me if I give a fuck. Ask me if their words or actions are actually affecting my life. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm going to cry now. My eyes are filled with tears. There's definitely something here. This ending is necessary in order for you to move forward. Don't feed yourself a poison of resentment every day. It won't harm the person who hurt you. I don't have any resentment towards anyone that hurt me. It doesn't hurt anymore. I'm digging. I don't know. But will certainly damage you. Remember the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Oh yeah, Kanye's irritating me, but he's just irritating. He's not really bothering me. If we're talking about Osiris, I mean, fuck, I guess. He's just doing what he thinks is fucking good business moves. He's an idiot. So is fucking Trump. Oh, and then I saw Trump is trying to force religion on people again. Why do they want to bring religion back? The fear of God. They want to put the fear of God on you again. Be careful of that. Again, none of this is really explaining what's wrong with me. Reverse meaning. You've been badly hurt, losing someone or something that you love. The path to healing can be hard and slow, but it has begun, and it will be easier if you look forward to the future instead of back in the past. And that was the 6 of Cups that came up yesterday. Give yourself permission to forgive and release the hurt. If you suppress your feelings, you will not heal. Am I hurt about it? That's what everybody, I guess, asks. Are you hurt about what he did? He didn't do anything that he hasn't already done, that I haven't already forgiven. Which is what? Ghosting me? I know now not to let this happen again. But in the essence, I didn't know that this was going to happen until I let it happen. Was I hurt? I mean, have I ever been hurt? I don't know. Now that you're talking about it, no. At no point have I felt the sadness of, why won't you talk to me? Because I've had that pain for so long. I've already dealt with that. I used to question that all the time. And that's where I came to my own conclusions. Oh, because, it was literally days before Christmas. That couldn't have been a good feeling. He couldn't have felt good to have to go home with all this. He can't face me because he knows I want something real. And that, all I did was try to love him and this and that. Like, I'm all forgiving and understanding. So I don't really feel like I was supposed to be hurt by his actions. I was hurt by them before when I didn't understand them. And I don't know. If you suppress your feelings, you will not heal. Okay, if it's not him, are you hurt about Russ? No, I don't even care. They keep trying to. I guess I was hurt. We dealt with that. I don't feel hurt. But it could be in there. I don't know. Let's find out more. Yeah, because I'm in my Empress, bro. Like, well, automatically. Let's read it out of here. I mean, seriously, I went right to Sacred Masculine. The Empress, create, receptive, compassion. The Cosmic Mother. This is a beautiful, receptive energy of the feminine aspect of the Creator. Meaning I'm in my Goddess, bro. The source of pure, unconditional, nurturing love, which I have towards him and all of them. I'm not hurt. I know why they can't talk to me. What the fuck are you going to say? You don't know. Because you're not speaking from your heart. You're trying to speak from your mind and your ego. Your ego cannot face me. Your heart's not scared, but your brain is. You are being asked to tend to yourself and others with a gentle heart and to hold sacred space. This powerful energy protects, heals, and forgives. She holds the power of birth and death. What are you birthing and shedding right now? I mean, everything's dead, and, there's new birth all around me. I'm not actually, that's what I mean, is I'm trying to push something out. But everything's just dead, so there's not really nothing to push right now. Seriously. Reverse possibility. Disconnected from the feminine, emotionally detached. Am I? Neglected or neglecting? I don't know what any of this has to do with me. They're trying to say I'm heartbroken, and that would mean if I don't feel it, I am emotionally detached. Who's I mean, you could say that, going back to all of this, if you were under the assumption that these people owed me, these people, and not limited to men, but these people owed me something, you could say they neglected me or they neglected our friendship or connection. I just learned to not want more. To accept what it was and what it is and be grateful for that. Let's look over here. I know we pulled this card just the other day, but I mean, I'm really trying to find some answers. Forgive me, but I don't know what the fuck is going on with me and why they won't let me outside. It's a beautiful day out there. I just want to go play. The fuck? The fuck? They said I'm sad. I don't know. They're gonna make me sad, I guess. She reminds you that you are a child of Earth, that she is the creative power within us all. Your body is a precious gift from Mother, which enables you to experience the beauties of the world and simple pleasures of life. You may have gained great peace and fulfillment from spending time outside in nature or by working with plants and gardens. Well, I did see that again. I wanted to pull the Mandrake card, but that's in my other car. And I was going to teach you, the stones and stuff. I realized that with those cards that I have, it's a 3-part card because it gives you a herb and it gives you a stone, and I have stones and herb cards so we can have more understanding of the shadow cards. You are part of a wider world and a wider community and bear responsibility towards them. This card speaks of the wisdom in recognizing that all cycles of life are equally valid. All things have their season. This involves recognizing the time to act and a time to wait patiently for things to mature. That's it. I get it. But what am I supposed to do while I'm sitting here, bro? Like, seriously, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't meditate here. I can't. Why? I mean, I don't know. In a reading, the lady represents mothering and growth in its wildest sense. This may be birthing of a child, business, enterprise, or creative project. She brings harmonious, creative, and successful phase in your life, full of beauty, pleasure. Relationships with family and friends are happy and loving. The lady also indicates good health. Again, I don't know where I'm at. You are not using your talents and abilities to the fullest and feel that you are stagnating. But the block is within you. The Great Mother is all-encompassing source of life. She exists within and without you, and her nurturing flow of life is always available to heal, balance, and vitalize. She does not judge or punish, only loves. Try to see your life experience not as positives or negatives, gains or losses, but just things that are. If you have relationship problems, you must look at your own behavior. Did I push him away? I mean, maybe. I don't. Are we talking about? I was about to say I don't care. You may be feeling unreasonably possessive. Nope. Not allowing your loved ones to change and grow through fear of losing them. No. Depending on surrounding cards, the Lady Reverse can indicate problems with your fertility. I really don't know. Let's go further. The King of Cups. This is all about your emotions. We're digging. I'm going to keep digging till I get to the bottom of whatever the fuck is in this. Like, what are you doing? I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with me. What they want me to do with my life. Let's read it in this one first. They keep telling me to read it in that one. Coins, swords, wands. Where's the cups? This one starts with cups, right? Nope. Coins? Coats. Cups, yeah. The nurturer is actually the queen. That's the Queen of Cups. Yeah, we're super in our feelings. Caring, compassion, empathetic. A spiritual healer, deeply intuitive and understanding. Able to hold sacred space for emotional self. Radical compassion. Pay attention to your feelings during this time. I mean, I don't feel anything bad. I just don't know what I'm doing. Reverse possibility. Self-care, codependency, giving too much. Well, they did say that too in the sacred spaces. Don't give from an empty cup. But I don't know what I need. I don't feel like... I'm completely confused. Maybe I need some companionship. If they're talking about you and, going back to it. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to analyze myself. Is it on the surface? Everybody can see what's wrong with me and I can't? Probably. Alright, let's see. Heartbreak. Feelings, and more feelings. This is all feelings. But in the positive, it's overcoming all feelings. So maybe that's just where I am. It's all positive, feelings. Because this reversed is overcoming the heartbreak. This is being all, Kuan Yin. This is all Kuan Yin. And that's what I told you. So this still doesn't explain my lack of desire to go outside. Give me more. It just gets better. That's victory. I'm going to keep reading them out of the small one. I mean, I guess that's where I am, and I don't know. Victory, recognition, reward. Success is yours. Confidence and accomplishment. Take up space. Allow your magnificent light to shine. You have the support of others. Reverse possibility is being egotistical, which I'm not, and a fall from grace, which I'm not. Let's read more on this one. Victory. The key word of the wands is victory and success. The minor arcana, counterpart of the chariot, and that's balancing your light and dark. The achievement has not fallen out of the sky, but because you have worked hard, overcame problems, and surmounted obstacles. You have applied your strength and talent to teach your goals, gain acclaim, recognition, and maybe even fame. However, you will need to keep working to stay on top. I am working. Be proud of what you've achieved and don't let it spur you onto great heights. But don't let it go to your head, or you will sow the seeds of future defeat. Make sure not to lose your friends and family along the way. Reverse success is failure. You have not received the recognition you hoped for. That's not me either. I guess maybe I'm in a place of content and there's no reason to... I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I was, hermit, meaning leave me alone, but not for any reason. I just want to be alone. And I don't have any bad feelings. I'm like looking for them and it's all good. Well, that explains it right there. We're going through a transition. This is very interesting. I'm going to read it out of this one because this is where it really breaks it down. So, if you don't understand what's going on, let me explain something. Your wands, your swords, right? Your cups. Okay? So this is a fairly amazing balance, right? Because your wands is your will, your cups is your feeling, your swords is your intellect. All we need is our reality. What's going on in our reality? It's kind of interesting how this is all playing out. Let's see. What was I looking for? The Six of Swords. You're like, you're not a tarot reader? No. I do more than that. I look past it. It's just kind of a divination tool. Swords are in the front. Six of Swords. Saw Loki. Seven of Swords. There's another goofy one. Though this is not a joyful card, the Six of Swords indicates moving away from troubles, either physically or mentally. You have been through a distressful time and maybe feeling unable to do anything about it. But now you can see your way more clearly. There is regret. As you move forward, you need to leave something behind. This can be a card of literal travel, journeying to a place where you can forget your troubles. It could indicate a holiday or a move to a new location, though you will have to leave behind family and friends. No sooner than I got comfortable as it brought to me. And that's what I said to Ray. I was like, I'm going to get this trailer, bro. We're going to be neighbors for a while. I'm going to figure this all out. This card reverse warns you that if you turn the boat around, you will be sailing back into troubled waters. We talked about that yesterday. We're talking about the waves and going forward. You may hope against hope that the situation will resolve itself and feel powerless against another person. Seek out impartial advice and listen to it. Ultimately, only you can make, all right, I get it, the change you need. I get it. Going back to the twin flame thing, she thinks it's a broken contract. It looks broken. But and that's what it is. It is what it is. Everybody wants a happy ending. But it ended and I'm happy. There's far more possibilities for me. His life is his life. Go back to Lilith and Adam, bro. Adam had a life. And a wife. And the children and legacy that he had to live. He loved his first wife. He loved Lilith. And there was nothing that made me his wife. He loved Lilith with all his heart, but he had a life that he had to live with his wife and his children. And he had to keep living, despite always knowing that Lilith was out there. And always craving Lilith and always wanting Lilith. And as Lilith, always watching. Always, you know what I mean? Always loving. But this time accepting and not mad. That's the whole point. I had to reincarnate and I had to heal what I didn't heal before. I couldn't accept God's plan. And I had to do every form of anything to try to, you know what I mean, get back at what I considered my man. It's a different time. We're changing history. But in essence, what do you want from him? What's the happy ending? That he leaves his wife? He leaves his life and everything, you know what I mean? I can make him all happy? That's not true. I can't make him happy. And if leaving them makes him unhappy, then this isn't the way he goes. And that would make him terribly unhappy. So then how is this a contract? God wouldn't put unhappiness on him. Longing, sure. Lust, sure. But unhappiness, nah. We coexist with an understanding of the love that God gave us. Or maybe he doesn't. I'm not sure. But, you know, I live in another realm than he lives. And he lives in the earth. And he's he's an earthbound being that must live by the earthly realm. And, you know, I can't abduct him from his earthly, you know what I mean, life. Now, that was just Adam. I had many other twin flames, soul ties to other gods and demons and stuff that I was able to, you know what I mean, have freedoms with. But in order for me to be with Adam, I have to be an Eve. I can't... Do you understand? We live of two hugely different worlds. My whole world of mysticism and, you know, me as a priestess, I'm a unicorn, dude. I'm a magical creature, and he's no more than a man with no powers whatsoever, no understanding of God or anything. As he said to me, I don't believe in unicorns or chicken legs. He doesn't believe in any of that. How could we live a happy, all he believes in is the things of this world. And I'm out of this world. Okay, we're two polar opposites, but it doesn't matter because it shows you that love can still exist. A limitless love. And that's it. And it wasn't, there's many stories we're going to walk through in time that you're like, well, that's a fucked up story. Yeah, well, God had to put some, he had to put some salt on the wounds. He had to play some games. He had to make a story. Not every story is a happy story, and that's what I was talking about last night. My life is filled with nothing but tragic stories. But it's my life, and it's an amazing story filled with all kinds of tragedy and chaos, and you know what I mean? There's not a writer in this world that could ever script the things that I've actually experienced and witnessed. It was God who wrote such stories. Only God could create such madness and such love and such inspiration and such beauty and such darkness. Now, no, this isn't your life. It's mine. Nobody wants this life, but it's mine and it's beautiful and whatever. It doesn't always end with a happy ending. The happy ending is that it ended and I made it out happily. And we're going on to another, beginning. He can't come back, but he's not gone. Does that make sense? No. That's that separation. That's where you're not, when you walk in the soul, the separation, you know what I mean? That's like Kobe and Pac. They can't come back, but they're not gone. Put that into your fucking skin. Try to wrap your stupid mind around that. You can't. Your mind cannot perceive the things of the spirit. In essence, his spirit lives within me, always with me. And that love that I have for him, and that is a beautiful thing. And that's enough. That's what I get to keep. I don't have to have him to have that feeling. I don't have to have more of him to have more of those feelings. Marshall is with me all day. Russ, suffocatingly. They are always with me, if I choose to be with them, in the spirit. I don't have to push my flesh onto them, to be with them in the spirit. And because I'm nothing more than spirit, I spend more time with them than they do. Their flesh, I do not know. You're like, what is their flesh? Their brain, whatever might come out of their mouth, whatever they're thinking. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. I know how you feel. I know your frequency. I know how you really are. But all of this, I don't know. What is this that you put on in this life? What is this? Who are you? They call him Bobby. That's Adam. Kanye? That's Osiris. Lucifer? That's Russ. Hades? Yeah, you came out of nowhere. They're all there. You know them by the name of the skin they wear now. I know them from when I first met them. All those many lifetimes ago. My soul recognizes their soul and who we were back then, and that we're just going to play that life out and change it here now. So, in essence, we're not going to be the same people we were. We're going to be better than we were. And you don't have to know anything about this. And that's me with my all-knowing. It doesn't help. I could tell you who you are, but you're not going to wear that. I could tell you, what, I'm going to be like Kanye telling Bianca all this bullshit? Do you know that you are this and that and that? I mean, I kind of do. I tell them, I don't tell them exactly the names of who they were, and they should already feel that inside of them as I speak of such things. But ultimately, it's like, I know you from before. It's like, I don't... How do you explain this? Let me read this again. That was the last part. The card reverse warns you that if you turn back around, you will be sailing back into troubled waters. You may hope against hope that the situation will resolve itself, and you feel powerless against another person. That's them and their twin flame contracts. They feel like they can't go forward without this person. I felt that way a lot. I had to go through that every Monday. I can't go forward without you guys. My job is to heal you. I thought your healing would look like mine. You know what I mean? But in the sense of, it's like, I've healed so many of them, just not as much as I can, and that's because they can't handle the darkness that I can handle. They're not ready. There's levels to it. You can only take so much, dude. I'm the girl that can take it all because I'm all darkness. Going back to it, it's like, how did you make it through this? Because I am darkness. I was always going to make it. It doesn't matter. I'm here to help you. And I saw something posted. It was like, imagine someone trying to destiny swap you and then ending up in the dark night of the soul and never making it out because they didn't have the light. And that's it. It's like, you want to be me, but you don't know what I'm actually made of. You don't know what my destiny is. And my destiny is to go into all dark spaces and pull pieces of myself and others out of there. Right? Right. So you want that destiny, and you're going to be pulled into all dark spaces to pull yourself out and other people. What happens when you go into these dark spaces? You can't find your way out. And I put that in the message yesterday. It's like, what do you do when your feelings are too much and your thoughts are too much and you can't find your way out? I had a couple of those. There was one time, physically, somebody would have to call, they'd have to get me out. So, like, I was deep into, I was 2 days into that one vision on the floor, just sitting on the floor. I couldn't see anything but this fucking feelings. And Tree called me out of nowhere, and I thanked him. I was like, dude, I needed someone. Thank you for calling me. Thank you for getting me out of my head, out of my feelings. Like, I was dying in there. Thank you for calling me. One time I was in real deep, and out of nowhere I just saw Brian. I'm sitting in the darkest night of my soul, and I seen my twin flame Brian, and I just jump up out of, the darkness and grab onto him crying. And then I call him afterwards because I knew I'd put all that darkness on him. I was like, or I sent him a message. I was like, dude, I was in a dark place and I grabbed onto you. I hope that didn't physically harm you. And that's it. It's like, dude, in my darkest places, I could see the twins trying to get me out. Going back to that scary thing that happened with the Palladians, that was all light. And that's what really scared me. It was just epileptic seizure type blasting light. And all I could see was Russ. When I came out, I was like, I don't even know. Did you do that? I'm going to kill you, bro. Then I realized he was in the darkness with me, but it was in the light. Like, it was dark to me because I was going into the light, but he was there with me as I went in. Him, physically? No. I could see him in a physical form, but his soul was there with me while I went through these things. That's what I mean. Their spirit is with me, just not their flesh. And when you're all about the flesh, you feel detached. You feel like you're completely alone. Nobody loves you. Nobody cares about you. I'm hearing your song logic. You feel like you're all alone in this world. The flesh it's completely detached from the spirit of all things. But when you go past, your thoughts, which is your flesh, and you go into your feelings, you know that you feel good about it. You can feel that everything's okay. So, I guess this is just teaching this story. Going through a transition where I can't really move. I'm on a boat. I'm sailing through, dark waters on the way to, my rainbow. I was looking for answers. I got them. But I was looking for, I guess, when I saw that card, I was looking for pain, because that's all I ever find when I go looking for answers. But there's no pain. I am the Queen of Cups. I am the Empress. I have victory over this, and I'm transcending myself and what has happened to myself. Okay, fine. Well, we're going out to lunch then, and then maybe after that a nap. I just really didn't understand. Usually when I can't go forward, it's because I'm hurt by, something's bothering me. And so I wanted to see, why am I bothered? but I'm not bothered. I'm just on a little boat by myself, on my little tugboat. That's what I shared too. Well, I guess. I don't know. Should we get an oracle? Let's check it out. Oracle. I don't know. It makes sense, right? Should we check the new ones? Or a Kabbalah card? The Callies are too deep, bro. Let's check the new ones. Let's go into the new cards from last night. Let's see what we went through. We went through the shadow, so we made a transition through something. Right? Freedom, obviously. Okay. The second card is freedom. Alright, so how do we say that? Selkie or silky? It's a seal, so maybe it's sealky. That's interesting. Number 2, deep. Let's check it out. And we'll end on this, and we're gonna go get some lunch or something. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I don't know, I'm hungry. You can only pretend for so long before you must find truth again. Seek authenticity. Containing yourself in a form that is not your own is rarely successful long term. Trying to be something you're not. Find what sets you free. Acknowledge your inner truth. Be aware someone may be deceiving you under false pretenses. That's what I said. They're always lying and cheating and stealing and trying to kill something. It doesn't affect me. Whatever you're doing or saying doesn't even bother me. I don't care. That's a lot of work on your side for, no rise over here. Duality, containment, freedom, pretense, and authenticity. Silky mythos is shared in a place where the sea is truly dominant force and where colonies of seals live, like Shetlands and other Scotland islands. The Faroes, Norway, and Iceland. And that's it too. What can I do to make myself feel better? Because I'm not a person that goes out and can put out, the outside into me to make me feel better. I have no desire to go out. You know what I mean? I have money. There's things I might want to do, like I want to trim my hair and I don't know. There's nothing outside of me. I feel very whole. I have personally read and listened to a lot of stories about silkies. Silkies, since I have a kin bloodline that is silky central. My mythos of the silkies was something I dreamt about since I was small, and there's many versions of the silky mythos. Most involve beautiful, haunting images of female shapeshifters, women who lived in a body of seals, but who could transform into enchanting women who appeared human on land. A typical silky story is of a human man who watches a silky playing in a cove. She, at times, he observes, comes ashore on various reasons, dropping her skin and shape-shifting into a woman irresistible to him. When her land business is complete, she steps back into her seal skin and returns to the wild ocean that is her home. And I'm saying it, Lilith was casted into the Red Sea. The human, and that's... Apologies. We were making plans for moving the cars. Let's see, something about the shape-shifting. Let's see. The human man falls in love with this silky woman and decides to wait for her to transform from her seal form, and then when she does, take possession and hide the seal skin. If a silky's seal skin is withheld, they cannot return to the ocean. Unable to find their seal skin, silkies are adrift in the human world. They become radiant on the kind human, they become reliant on the kind human man who takes care of them and who begins to teach them the human ways of things on land. Often the silky and the human man marry and even have children, but the wild heart of the woman is, of course, wedded truly to the life of the sea. She wants to go home. She yearns for her true self. Eventually, the Silky finds her skin and is reunited with her authentic form. Without a backward glance, she steps into it, allowing herself to be enveloped by her true shape once again, and re-enters the aquatic world. Some stories tell of the Silkies coming back every now and again to visit their children. Some say they never ever return to the world of man who contained them under false pretenses. I'm seeing Maleficent. And I'm hearing Bob Marley. There's no worse sin than to awaken a woman's heart with no intentions of loving her. Perhaps his intentions were all wicked. I don't know. Does it matter? I don't know. I mean, what if you knew what they were really out to do? It just would inflict hurt that's not necessary. I really need to know how bad your intentions were, what you aim to destroy and seek out of me. I'm just happy to have my skin back. I don't care. And yes, there were male Silkies reported too. Incredible, beautiful in form, and very seductive. It was said that these Silkies looked for lonely human women to fornicate with. Lonely fishermen wives were said to be ideal targets. Rarely there was a story where a male Silky was parted from his skin like the females. So male Silkies seem to have avoided the trap of being made into someone's unwilling husband or lover for a time. Again, it seems human women and Silky females get the raw deal. The essence of the Silky is the idea of the triumph of authenticity over the pretense and containment. Also, the deep pull of the wild self. After all, if the Silky got their true skins back, they did not hesitate to leave the human form behind, and that included even leaving their own children. The plant is the bladderwrack, and the crystal companion is the opal. There's a lot to be said. I talked about this with Kanye. But that's it too, is they want to wear your skin, is what I'm hearing. You can't be me. You can't even try it on. It looks funny on you. As far as being a shapeshifter, I am the shapeshifter. I shift from all shapes because I've been all things. You are a human being. Nothing more than flesh and bones. And an evil consciousness of how you're going to gain success and fame and the love of all the people so that you can feel good in the skin you wear. But going back to the celebrities and all of them, you don't like your skin. I can show you a picture of yourself and you'll tell me how ugly you are and all your flaws. I can give you anything, but you'll never like your skin. You want to wear someone else's. You want to be someone else. You don't know who you are. You find your identity in the clothes and, you know what I mean? How you dress your skin up. That goes back to Browen. She thinks she's an oracle because she dresses up like a witch. You're not an oracle. None of this makes sense until you fucking sit down with a pack of cards that tells you about yourself. Now, as far as what I did, I knew something was flowing through me. And in essence, I can see nothing but there's nothing. So there was nothing to be seen but what already is. What am I looking for? What is this? Am I looking for the future? Not really. I'm looking for the present, which is the present. It is the gift. Not what we'll become, but what we are. You miss the becoming and missing what you are.
With my hand?
You look beautiful. My daughter's been exploring. She's been testing out the flat iron. I'm pretty sure she burnt her hair a bunch. But
yeah,
anyways.
it started steaming.
Going back to this, I guess, heartbreak and stuff. If we're trying to put it all together in a big fat, swoopy picture. My story. Yeah, we're about to leave right now. CJ, get ready. We're going to eat. People may have had, may have wanted to gain something. Going back to contracts, you don't know why they're in your life, but it's a blessing, and there's a lesson. And every person that comes into your life is only for, a season. And that's what those cards were talking about, in the essence of, he might never come back. And you got to be okay with that. Who's he? They? Them? Those? You can't control people and try to force them. That goes back to the codependency. You can't make people stay in your life just trying to be pleasing to them. Let me put this on. Let me be what you want me to be so that you'll love me. There's nothing not to love you about you. If they're unable to express love to you, that's just something they're not able to do. And that's pretty much what humans are unable to do. And I'm here to teach you how to be brave in expressing love and not worry about what people think, but how great it feels just to be loving as the Empress and the Queen of Cups. I guess that's all I got out of this is like, what's going on with me? Why I don't feel like doing nothing? Because there's a lot of something going on inside. As you can see, I don't have any resentments. I've learned to accept things. I've laid them to rest. Only because, I found rest inside of them. I was restless until I faced such things. I don't know. I don't have any other cards to actually pull out later to find anything else out. So we're going to leave it on that note. I'll rewatch this and see if anything else comes from it. And if anything comes out, it's a good day. Just have a good day. If you don't feel the urge to do anything, then don't. And, if you can learn anything from me, don't question it. I was questioning it. Why am I not using this fire for something? Or just holding on to it? What is it? Not necessarily something bad. It's just a fire inside. And that's kind of, when you're so used to chaos, when you live in chaos your whole life, when things are calm, you might almost create chaos because it's too calm. In the essence, I don't have shit to do today. And normally I'm okay with that, but because I have all the energy, I wanted to apply that energy to something. But it's okay to be full of energy and not have to, utilize it for anything. Just to, hold on to it and just feel what it feels like to just, sit with it. Alchemize it. See what it is. And that's what I was trying to see. Is this something bad? It's like the heartbreak. And no, it's overcoming heartbreak. You're full of a lot of new energy because you're overcoming things. You're being filled. Your cup is being filled with new energy that you're not familiar with. No, it's not anything bad. Okay, if you say so. And then they're like, but don't forget all the people that fucked you over. I guess, if you say so. Is she mad at me? She'll never forget. Nah, bro. I totally forgive you. Probably. I don't even know what you did. Do you really want to tell me the details you want me to hurt? Or you heard about what you did? I'll walk through your hurts if I have to, but you're not going to hurt me. Not really. And if you do it, it'll only be for a minute. Because, that's what I teach you is that I've had nothing but hurt put on me my whole life. And I work through those hurts. That's that darkness. The pain is just pain. It's the same. Going back to my teeth. That's... How the hell did you have 2 teeth pulled out and you're just acting like nothing happened? I don't know anything but pain. It's just uncomfortable. I'm just uncomfortable. I know what it feels like to be uncomfortable. This will stop hurting. I'm not going to let this pain stop me. If it's too painful, then I will stop myself. But it's not stopping me. And that's it. What's your threshold for pain? Well, mine is very different. That's my whole life. I have one hell of a threshold for pain. I can become very emotionally detached and not feel it at all. And that's where, I got here. I was unfeeling to all pain, and now I got to sit here and feel it. It's like, ew. But not today. Tomorrow? Yeah, for sure. It's Friday, then Saturday. And that's what I was thinking about, too, is what will be the first dark night of the soul in the new year? What will be the first challenge of the new year? It's every weekend is a challenge. What will be the first challenge? And then after that, it's like, I don't know, I challenge myself every fucking weekend. I don't know. Look at the fucking videos, dude. I'd be doing this like all the time. And that's, it's repetition. Going into the teachings, we are going into a new level of the dark night of the soul. We will be teaching the same shit over and over. Because every time we go into it, the repetition of it, we get better. So again, I'm going to start teaching you the number frequencies. Again, I'll teach you the herbs. Again, we'll teach you everything again. Each time we're learning more on how to apply it better. There's too much teachings to, you know what I mean? We don't stay on one subject for too long. So we keep taking in these subjects, little bits of it over and over and over in small increments till it becomes, you know what I mean, a mass inside of us where we can, this massive understanding that we can move with. And we have new people all the time. So it's like, some of you want to skip the number frequencies class because you've heard it 17 fucking times, but yet every time the numbers pop up, you don't remember what they mean. Okay, maybe you need to sit in this class again. What's the frequency of 9, people? Who's speaking to you when you see that 9? That's Christ. What about 4? It's the angels. What about 2? That's the universe directly. What's 5 mean? Immediately stop what you're doing and let go. It means immediate change. Let go. Let go. You know what I mean? What's 6? Love. Abundance. Money. Prosperity. You seeing those 6s? Or you think they're 7s? What about 8? Again, the universe is trying to talk to you. I'm trying to teach you that. What about our plants? We just got a new one. What did it say? Backwood? Black something wood? Bladder whack? I never heard of that. Bladder whack. So that's where we're at, guys. I don't know. Again, when I don't know, I try to find any answers. I found exactly what I already knew. I mean, maybe you didn't know. Maybe you didn't know how I felt. I don't know. And going back to whoever's having heartbreak, go through it. And the only way your heart's going to open is if we break it open, bro. I'm working on a song about that. I mean, some of the lyrics of this song is coming out about that. It's like, that's what we do over here. We have to break it open so it could be open. It's been broken, and then we sealed it tight. We sealed it closed with all of these, bricks. Just another brick on the wall. We need to break them down and see what's in there, which is our big fat heart that loves everybody and everything. Right? Hey, I love yous. Have a good day. Laters, haters.